This is my first YouTube video. The main reason I'm starting YouTube is just to give people my thoughts and opinions on certain topics and cultural issues. Give people new perspectives and stuff coming from a spiritual person's point of view. And just something new, something new for YouTube, because I feel like a lot of people our age or my age don't do stuff like this. So yeah, the first topic I'm going to talk about is happiness. Now, a lot of people who are my age and around my age, young people, they're not really happy. They're not happy with their life. A lot of people always tell me, they're depressed, or they feel like they want to move forward with their life and stuff like that. So I thought I'd make this video to give people insight into things that are making them unhappy. I believe there are four main components that contribute as to why people are unhappy. So one, I would say attachment, unhealthy attachment. So what I believe a lot of people are doing is attaching themselves unhealthily to other people. So what I mean by that is, one person is upset and they're depressed, upset, and they go into a relationship with another person who is maybe happy and happy with their life. And what they do is they say, okay, cool, my happiness is only linked to this person. And when people start doing that, that is very dangerous, because when that person leaves, because everything in this life is impermanent, nothing stays, nothing can live forever, nothing can stay forever. When that person leaves, whether they die or they just literally leave you, where does your happiness go? So you can't base your happiness on another person or an inanimate object. You can't do that. When you start doing that, that's when you start to fall into pits of unhappiness, because when that person leaves, so does your happiness. So my advice for that is to find your own happiness. Before you get into a relationship or before you go into a friendship, be happy. You know what I mean? And I know that sounds a bit patronizing, but try and be happy. Try and deal with things, your emotions and stuff, in more of a healthy way. Try and be okay with yourself before you form relationships and stuff, because you'll find yourself being attached to things and people, and then when those things and people leave, so does your sanity and happiness. Next, I would say the inability to let go. Now, this is a big thing. A lot of people cannot let go of anything. It might not be their fault that they're not able to. Maybe their parents or social situations have, geared them up to not be able to let go of things. But it's your responsibility now as you're growing up to start to learn things that can aid you in letting go, and things that are specific to you and help you let go. Sometimes I feel like letting go, or not letting go, has almost become a trend. People are like, I'm petty and like that stuff ain't cool. That's not something that you should aspire to do or be like. I feel like we need to start letting go of situations. Something happens to you, you need to accept that it's happened to you. And when I mean accept, I mean really feel it, and really say, okay, this has happened, I accept it. Alright, cool. How am I gonna move forward and move on? Even if it's not easy, I know it's for the best. So for instance, I'm gonna keep using relationships, but if you're in a relationship with someone and they break up with you, and you've obviously been attached to them for a long time, try to start letting go of them. Don't cling so tight onto them or run back to them. But I need you. When you start doing that, you get into manipulation cycles. So don't do that. Learn how to let go of things in general. You can, even if you don't want to start straight away with something as big as a relationship, You can start off with little things. You know, something that you like. You say, okay, cool. I'm gonna let go of this. You know what I mean? Just to kind of practice it. You know, because nothing, as I said before, nothing is permanent. Everything is impermanent. And so I think accepting situations and things for how they are and just letting them go is so important. You know, a lot of people can do this through meditation and stuff like that. I do meditation myself. And exercises like that can help you in and aid you in letting go of certain things that have happened. Also, I would say on this topic to make sure that you feel the pain of what's happened. Now, it might be hard, but in the current situation, in the current time, in the present, you need to feel what's going on. Otherwise, you're just going to start repressing stuff and it's going to come back up later. So, feel it. You know what I mean? A lot of people think letting go is trying to shove it down or push it to the back of your mind. That's not letting go. That's just repression. So, try and... yeah. Just try and kind of feel it as much as you can, and once you've had enough of feeling it, just accept it and say to yourself, this situation is what it is. I can't do anything more about it. I can't control anything anymore, so all I can do is let go and move on in a healthy way. Now this is the third one, right? And I think that for me this is definitely a big one. People put money over things they love and their own happiness and sanity. I'm telling you right now, love and happiness link together so much, so heavily, you know. And obviously I know the type of system and society we live in. You know, you've got to make money, put food on the table and da. But we're young. Let's be honest, we don't really have that much responsibility. Well, some of us don't, you know. So really and truly, we can do what we love. You know what I mean? And if you're worried about money, eventually, when you love something, you become a master of it, and then you get paid for your craft. So the money will always come. You know, one thing my mom's always told me is to never ever chase money. You know, let money come to you, and that's one thing that I've always lived by. You know what I mean? I don't chase anything. I don't chase people. I don't chase money. I attract money and I attract people. I attract happiness. Because when you're chasing things, you're running out of breath. You know what I mean? When you're attracting things, you can be standing still and you can attract something. You know what I mean? So you don't, you know what I mean? So you don't really have to put as much energy into it. And you just feel better, you know? So stop chasing the money. Attract money to you and stay happy. Do something you love, you know? Like, for instance, me just doing this right now, this is something I like doing. It might get me somewhere, it might not, but, you know, this is something I like doing. This is obviously not my end goal in life, you know, but this is just something I enjoy. You know, I also do other things that I enjoy doing, and, you know, they pay me, and sooner or later in the future pay me more. So, last one, I believe, is that we try to control everything. I don't necessarily believe it's our fault. From a young age, we're told we can kind of control things and control everything. What you start to realize is that you cannot control anything in your life. Well, I say anything, but about 80% of your life you can't control. And that's just fact. You can't control everything that happens to you. So sometimes you just have to accept it and say, cool, okay, this is happening. What am I going to do to get myself through it? You know what I mean? What am I going to do with the things I can control? You know, and that in every situation that I can't control, I would say, okay, I'll say to myself, what can I control in this situation? You know, what can I control? And, you know, if I control this, what's the outcome? You know, so think about that in situations that arise in your life growing up, you know. What can you control? And you start to gain power actually after you start realizing what you can and can't control. Because a lot of the time people try and waste time with things they can't control. You know, people, for instance, people worry about exam papers coming up. You can't control what's in the test. What you can control is what you're revising. You know, so you're wasting brain power and brain activity on stuff that you can't control. You can't control what's going to be in the test. All you can control is what you've revised. And if it doesn't go your way, then boy, another route. There's always another option, another route in life. Yeah, so thank you to everyone for watching. Tell me if this video has helped you. Look at your own lives and all the things that I've described to you. Think about how these headings fit into categories of your life and how you can change it for the better to make yourself more happy and a more rounded person. You know, because obviously I want everyone to be happy. That's the end goal. So yeah, all the descriptions to my social media will be down in the description below. Comment new video ideas, anything you feel like I missed out, comment in the comment section below. Like and subscribe.
The speaker lead his audience into